Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we have Matt on Bant versus Connor on Sneak and Show. Ponder kicks things off. Sneak and Show is going to be digging, try and find either a sneak attack or a show and tell. Got a ton of cantrips at its disposal. Ponder, Preordain, Brainstorm. Just plenty of one mana spells. Keep digging until it finds what it needs. Preordain, not as good as Ponder or Brainstorm, but still merits some number of copies. Remember, you're going to need the sneak attack or show and tell and something to go along with it. Now we've got a Stoneforge Mystic for Nat. That is going to set some type of clock. Now, Cauldron Complete is the faster clock. However, Batterskull does allow you to keep your mana open a bit more effectively. You're not getting that haste. Really not much more impressive to get a Cauldron Complete. Does potentially take off a turn. Batterskull is the option. And I'm not entirely sure why. May just be intentional or might just be a card availability question. This is perhaps not too far after. Oh, wow. Talking about card availability. And we just see a just one-hit KO sneak attack. Comes down for Connor. Able to pay a red to put in Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. That Annihilator 6. That'll do it right there. Wiping out all of Nat's board and doing 15 damage in the air. You don't get the extra turn because you're not casting it, but that is certainly going to do the job. Now, Emrakul does have some cards that'll actually interact with it now. Things like Solitude, a creature with an ETB that'll actually exile it. But for the most part, he's still pretty bulletproof. Annihilator 6 is absolutely massive. It is funny, however, Gristlebrand usually the better card to put in off of a show and tell, as you draw a whole bunch of cards off of that. Emrakul can certainly be answered if he doesn't have haste, things like Jace the Mind Sculptor, or even Liliana the Veil, and clear the Planeswalker from the board. That instant speed requirement that really makes it tough, putting it in with sneak attack, where he's super dangerous. We've got another Stoneforge Mystic here on turn 2. Typically, Bant's going to actually want to use those early turns to do something similar to what Connor's done, is use cantrips to develop a hand that will potentially lead to them winning the game. Trying to commit to the board this early versus Sneak and Show, not usually going to work out particularly well. Much rather have an extra, say, Force and Negation in your hand and the potential to set the clock with Batterskull. Very often, Sneak and Show can get past a single counter. And here's the show and tell. Force of Will stops it. We'll see if they're out of gas. Another Lotus Petal. Now a sneak attack. This one does stick. Batterskull comes in. Sneak attack, super dangerous. Emrakul or Gristlebrand. Either one of them at this point pretty much just end the game if Connor has either of those in his hand. I believe we saw an Emrakul already off of some of those earlier card draws. Over there. Batterskull does not feel very strong. Caster. So good in so many matchups, but here, just digging, trying to find something. Oh, doesn't even matter. Emrakul and Gristlebrand. Gristlebrand alone probably would have drawn into the Emrakul, but they're already both in hand. Oh, and he's got an Omniscience as well. Wow, just Connor absolutely speed running this episode of Fast Effect.